Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and I'm really late today. It's already 12. No, it's 11:47 according to this phone. I only got up about 47 minutes ago, to be honest with you. We had a bit of a medical family drama last night, and I can't really go into too many details, but suffice to say, I only get home till the early hours, and then I couldn't sleep. So I finally got off to sleep about 6 this morning. So really I've only had about 5 hours, but it was just 5 hours at the wrong part of the morning. But yeah, it's all resolved now, so everything's fine, and well, that's a relief, you know. But anyway, from my nice kind of hair yesterday to wet hair this morning, but it kind of needed it. I think one of the things that I should have mentioned in my updo thing is that when you do put your hair in that like knot, and it can really make it a little bit all over the place. Sometimes, depending on how you do it, if you're not very careful, it can make it a little frizzy. But it's only where it just needs washing and sorting out again. But it was kind of time anyway, so it's wet and it's clammy and it's a big lump down my back. It's a bit uncomfortable, but you know what? I'm a trooper. I can soldier on. Let's do the joke, shall we? Now, I'm going to try wearing... Oh, Miss Jones, you do look very intelligent, secretary. Glasses. You're right. Right. It's a nice small one, thank goodness. Thanks to the cloud, all my devices are in sync. It's only my brain that doesn't know what's going on. It's very much me today. Do you know what? when I get like really overtired, I'm lucky to remember who I am half the time. But no, I'm actually don't feel quite so bad. All in all, I think at the moment I'm 5 hours sleep. When I worked for the ambulance service, it was all I really ever got. So I got used to 5 hours sleep, and I learnt to thrive on that. And it became my second number. And you know what I mean by that? You know, you've got a number where if you sleep that amount of time, you feel great. If you sleep an hour beyond it or an hour in front of it, you don't. And yet it's just like, it used to be 8 hours. 8 hours my benchmark. If I got 7, I felt like a bleh. If I got 9, I felt sleep hungover. You know, that sort of thing. But now I've got 5 and 8. So either of those, tickety-boo. The rest of the time, it's just like, takes a while and a few cups of these to bring me into reality. But 5 was fine, so I'm all right. Yep. Sort of. Anyway, when I got home last night, as I said, I couldn't sleep. I tried and tried. And in the end, I thought, you know what? This is ridiculous. I'm just going to get up and make a cup of tea. So I thought maybe that, you know, I was hungry as well. Because, you know, if you've been awake for a long, long time, even though you ate at tea time, your body thinks, hang on a minute. It's been hours and hours and hours and you haven't put anything in here. So I was really, really hungry, and I thought, no, I can't eat in the middle of the night. So I just made tea. And I watched a little bit of, I think it was the news. Thought that might send me to sleep, you know. But then Gary got up for work. So I made him a cup of coffee and we had a little chat. And then I said, I'm going to bed now. I'm kind of starting to feel it. So maybe I should have got up earlier and made the tea. So I went to bed, and I tried and tried and tried. And Gary went to work. I heard him leave. And I laid there. I thought, oh, I'm just done with this, you know, I really am. So I got up and I had a lot of work to do. So I figured, you know, I might as well work. So about 4, 5 in the morning, I was uploading all my new yarns to the, not all of them, because I got this 2 humongous boxes yesterday. One order. I took a picture. Oh, actually, I might still have it. I have shown this, but you might have seen it. I don't know what video I put it on. They were huge, absolutely. So I unboxed those. The video pops up later today, And I thought in the video, I say, give me a couple of days to put these on. They're already on because I couldn't sleep. And I figured do something more constructive than just lay there and try. So yeah, I did that and put the caramel tea on that as well. And yesterday, Gary's brother came round. He was going to help Gary fix the water heater, which had broken. See, it's not like a major catastrophe because we do have a shower that works on the electric, so not from your tank. So we were able to keep having showers. And I even filled up my washing up bowl from the shower once, or kettle, so we were fine. It wasn't like, you know, the world came to an end. But Gary was too contagious, so he couldn't come around before. But, you know, I might have mentioned it before, but he is an electrician. So he came round and made sure everything was fine. And it was. I don't know if his kind of little tinkering that he did do put something right, or if it was just hard to for the little element to heat the first time, but it just worked. So one thing we did notice, though, was because it's a new element and it was titanium and it was a really, I don't know, good one, I suppose, we didn't hear it heat up. Whereas normally when you put it on, it makes that sound like when your kettle's old and it's trying to heat the water. It used to make that sound in the bathroom, but it doesn't anymore. It's silent. So, but we did test it thoroughly. We left it on for ages and still no warm water came through. So, I don't know. I don't know why it suddenly decided to work, but it did. So we're fine now. So, but while he was here, I thought, oh, you know, I was doing a bit of work and all of a sudden another parcel arrived. It was another big box. So that is my my other Stylecraft order, which I've got to unbox and kind of make sure they've sent everything they should. But I did that after I'd shot my video yesterday with the two big boxes. I then, while it was all uploading, I went through to make sure there was the right amount of packs of the right amount of yarn and everything that was supposed to be on it was in there. So I've got to do all that again. But I won't straight away do the video because, well, it's a bit of a bombardment, isn't it? Oh, look at this massive, huge order. Oh, look at this massive, huge order. So yesterday I got another Temu order. So that's 2 Temus now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox, unbag and whatever these over on Rocksteady. And there will be more because I don't think that is my entire order. I won't know until I open it, and then I've got to check it off against what I actually did order, but I don't think for any stretch of the imagination that's all of it. So I'll undo it, and I'm really, really hoping that there's something in there that I really want to do for my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk. And if it's there, I'm really kind of excited. So we'll do another video on here. Maybe it might be tomorrow, though, because I'm really kind of trying to get a little ahead of making videos. It helps to be a little ahead when something like last night happens. Ouch, that's a bit hot yet. And then you've got a little cushion. So while I was in, you know, incapacitated all that time, I kept thinking to myself, at least you've done the video for the yarn. So even if you don't necessarily get this done, at least that's there and it's all tickety-boo and finished. So yeah, it's been a hell of a life, I tell you, this last couple of months. The whole of my world as was just kind of imploded, and so many changes, so many all at once, and so much trauma all at once. And I know I'm quite a strong person, but damn, stop it now, but enough. You know, what is it? Michael always does this impression when he gets, I've got nothing left. It's Ian Beale from Ian Beale from EastEnders, when Grant's gonna beat him up, and I think he flushes his head down the loo a few times, when, like he used to when they were at school. I think that's what was going on, and he was going, "Oh, I've got nothing left." And yeah, so I'm only joking. I do obviously have lots left, but it's just a joke. So the only thing I have not uploaded is the bundle yarn. Remember that before the order, I bought some yarn bundles, and I bought that lovely black and grey yarn, that really lovely chunky. I've now put it in my cubbies. I've got some of these cubbies in the bedroom. I've only got 6, like one thing, and it's on the wall, and in there are my perfumes, my books. Gary bought me some books, and I still haven't read any. He always says to me, have you read any of your books yet? No, but I will. That's usually what I say. I did read the kind of opening part of Michelle Obama's autobiography, because I really wanted that one, and I did start reading it, and I think, you know, when I can't sleep at night, I should just sit up and open it up, and you know, because I know when I was younger, reading a book used to send me off to sleep. So maybe I should do that. So anyway, maybe I will from now on, rather than get up and work. But yeah, I had a lot of work to do, so that was why I did it. Still got a little bit of it left. Linda, still got a little bit of hand cream in there. I'll have to... when I was shopping, I just forgot to look in there, but next time I'm in Maidstone or Hempstead Valley, because they have one there too, I'll have a little look for that. The smell of my childhood. It's got patchouli oil in it. It always reminds me of, you know, I guess you could say 70s, I suppose, when I was a little girl, and where my mum used to work, there was like 2 big pubs. One that was a standard, normal looking pub, and then a gap, and all around the back of it. And this other one looked like a train station. It was really, really long. And it was called the Long Bar, because it was long, you know. But the Long Bar was a disco. It was actually dual purpose, that Mum opened it as a restaurant during the day, and then she would close for an hour or two, have a lunch, and then go and do a bar at the end, run it into the small hours of the morning, get up, do the whole thing again. Heaven knows how she did it, but she did. But she was always a massive wage earner, my mama. You know, and she wasn't scared of hard work. I do not take after her, unfortunately. You know, my work ethic sucks. Always did. I've never been a career-minded person. I had the brain. I had the brain to be. I could have possibly tackled just about any career I fancied when I was young and very sharp and brainy. But where that person went, surely it's kind of flushed somewhere. But you know, I couldn't imagine being that brainy now. I can't even remember what way is up. But you know, no, I do, obviously. Not as bad as I say, but you know, I'm kind of nowhere near as sharp as I used to be. But yeah, I couldn't be bothered. I didn't want to. It wasn't my bag. I think, you know, there are some people that are born with a certain talent, for instance, like a football talent, but they don't like football, so they're wasted. And that's what I kind of mean. And I think my talent was my sharp kind of sponge of a brain, but I wasted it. I had my own business for a little while, but it wasn't much. 3 years of fun, basically. And then I let it all go. But, you know, I could have done so much. And then it's terrible to look back on and think I wasted a certain amount of potential. But it wasn't wasted because I didn't want to do it. And it is weird, that, isn't it? If you are born with that kind of a little talent and you love it and you want to make a go of it, then your success comes your way. But otherwise, you just turn your back on it. And mine was, I don't have many talents, I have to say, per se. Mine was just that I kind of could have achieved more than I ever did. You know, I just wanted to be a mum and look after my kids and not go to work, and I wanted to be there for them. And so I did. All of their preschool life, I was there, and we went out and we did stuff and they had fun, and I used to take them to clubs and everything else. And then their dad was the same sort of person that wanted to go out all the time, so he'd come home from work, and quite often, even though he had work the next day, we would get in the car and we'd go somewhere like maybe a pub garden where they had climbing frames and stuff like that, or we would go to the seaside, and you know, there was Herne Bay up the road from us, so we'd go up to Herne Bay and they'd like go in the little arcade machines and throw pebbles in the water because it was a pebbly beach and stuff like that. You know, we were never in. They were always out and doing stuff. And I think that's kind of where I was in life, you know. And also I was mum's taxi. I was the one that took them to football, took them to discos, took them to this club, that club, wherever they wanted to go. And so at one point I kind of started to realise they have a social life and I don't. You know, that where did that go when you're young? So yeah, that was me. I didn't waste it. I just did other things that were more important to me than having a career and being some CEO of some stuffy company and putting up with the people's BS, because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stomach that. Never have been able to suffer fools gladly. And in the workplace, if there are those arrogant people that, you know, everybody, or the suck up people, you know, the ones I mean, I can't do with it. I can't deal with them, and I can't play the game. I remember once one of my work colleagues said to me, she was a bit of a rebel like me, and then one day she said, I've learned that you have to play the game. And I just sort of said, I won't. And she said, but if you want to get on, you've got to do that. And she did want to get on, and she said, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to just fake it. I went, oh, go on then. I can't do it. And sure enough, she did get a few little promotions, but it wasn't me. You know, I can't do that. I couldn't suffer fools gladly. So yeah, it was not my bag. Being a homebody and looking after my boys and going out and having good time with them, that was my thing. And then when you suddenly blink and it's all gone, that's when you suddenly go, oh dear, what did I do? But yeah, that's when I started like doing things like my own little business and then working for the ambulance service, which took over my life basically. You know, it was a big job. But you fitted in, you know, the kids were older by then. Still, that's where I couldn't play the game. I was still the little rebel without a cause. That was me. And too much of a clown as well. You know, I couldn't be serious for 5 minutes. Never mind. Yeah, life, eh? Life! It takes you in funny directions. Is my tea cooled down enough yet? I don't know. Oh, that's good. Nice cup of biscuit tea. I didn't put that other biscuit tea up on my shop, just the caramel, because I find it easy to get hold of the normal biscuit tea. And I think 2 would confuse. I might do it later. Depends what you guys think. It's slightly cheaper than the other one. Do I put it on? Or does everybody just want me to stick with the Yorkshire? But yeah, I could do that. I could put that on. But, you know, I did put the caramel on because I can't get hold of the other caramel tea anymore. As soon as I can, that's going back in, because that is the best. Absolutely the best. I have some in the cupboard. I think I should start drinking it, because doing a low-carb diet, you do miss the odd sweet thing. And to be honest, I do make stuff, obviously, and drink sweet drinks and things like that. They're not sugary, but obviously... But you don't have so much in your, you know, don't think, oh, I fancy a cake, a biscuit, a sweet, or something like that. You can't have it. Gary said, oh, shall I buy these like sugar-free ones? I'm like, no, because you're just substituting and it's not really going to work. And it's, you know, you just got to do the induction. Soon his brother's coming down, and they were talking about going out to this, well, it's a buffet restaurant, a fusion buffet restaurant, but it's mostly Chinese, and they do sake in there. And so they were all going to go and have some sake, and I said, well, Gary, you're just going to have a cheat day and then get back on induction afterwards. I said, but you can't just do that willy-nilly, because once you've messed it up, it's taken a week out of your diet, really, because you've got to get back. And so it's got to be worthwhile. It's like a do, you know, an occasion. Really, you need to do it. Not kind of, I can do that once a week. That's just not going to work. I said, but you know, I won't go if it's the Chinese one, because that last time I had a Chinese, actually, it was a really nice place, but I was quite bad afterwards. So I just said, no, I'm not going to eat that ever again. And I don't mind the odd, if say a little while ago, Charlotte wanted to get Gary a Chinese for Father's Day. So I would eat the things I know from a takeaway that wouldn't kill me, like sweet and sour chicken balls and chow mein. I'm okay. So that's just what I had. And the odd rib. But all the rest of it, I don't know why, but at that particular restaurant, I was bad. Nobody else was, so it couldn't. And we all had. It was one of those places where you get lots and lots of things on the centre of the table and you all have some. So I can't say any of it was bad because, you know, I was the only one that was ill. And I was actually ill before I left the restaurant, which was weird. It kind of, suddenly I just, I have to go. Gotta go, man. I feel well. And that was that. It was it. I was done. But it did taste gorgeous. I just couldn't eat it anymore. Drink it. Good God. And it wasn't like I don't drink. So it wasn't like I had anything that just greeted me to drink. Only, can't even think, I probably had a Coke out of a bottle or something. Anyway, cheers, guys. I guess I've babbled on for quite a while in the end. But I wasn't going to babble on long because, you know, otherwise it would take so long to upload. But Ali Bongo's been deposed. I'm sure you still cracks me up. See, somebody thought I was joking, or the people on the bottom of the news thing were joking, but they weren't. His name's Ali Bongo. Is the bongos? Sorry. The bongos have ruled Gabon for a long time, since the 60s. And the people are sick of them, basically. So the military staged a coup and they're gone. And all the people are happy now that Ali Bongo has gone. Anyway, it was true. It was a real name. It just so happened that, you know, back in the day, he was a magician comedian. And, as Louis said, a forerunner to the Great Sorprendo, who was, of course, married to Victoria Wood. That was a shocker when I found that out. I was like, well, really? The Great Sorprendo? Yeah. Funny comedian kids people, you know. Anyway, I'm going, and thank you for watching. I know it's a bit of a babble fest this morning, but I'm still kind of reeling through my night of no sleep. Oh, I hope life settles down soon. I'm going to get off, upload this. Watch out for the yarn, honestly. Every one that I picked up was like, and they are 200-gram gigantic balls, so they're worth the money, which is brilliant, and I love them. I really do. So I'm hoping my new box out there's some restocks, but not as many restocks as I would have liked. Afterwards, when I did a little stock take, I realised, I should have ordered that, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm off. And I will see you tomorrow and later on for the other thing. And don't forget, I'm going to undo my Temu stuff. Some of it I will show on here afterwards, because I'm hoping in amongst this there's some crafty bits that I'm really, really looking forward to. But some of it's not. So that's why I'm going to put it on Rocksteady. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.